Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. I hope you had a great weekend. Political reflections, incredible times in Hong Kong, days of hope and peril, tweeted Howard French. Ian Bremer, people power wins in Hong Kong. My comment, the speed with which Z moved speaks to the fact that his antennae are finely tuned. This is a significant geopolitical moment, it really is. Essentially, Z understood that Hong Kong could not be Xinjiang. Nearly 2 million Hong Kongers joined the protest yesterday, a record. And that goes back to Virilio again. The revolutionary contingent attains its ideal form, not in the place of production, but in the street, where for a moment it stops being a cog in the technical machine and becomes a machine of attack. In other words, a producer of speed. And that's what the Hong Kong protesters achieved. As the great Seamus Heaney wrote, once in a lifetime, the longed-for tidal wave of justice can rise up, and hope and history rhyme. SCMP News, I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's incredible. Have a look at Trump's rather marvelous digital, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A US drone tracked Iranian boats closing in on the two tankers prior to the attack on Thursday. Iran spotted the MQ-9 and launched a SAM missile, but missed, apparently, and fell in the water. Prior to taking fire, the American Reaper drone observed Iranian vessels closing in on the tankers. Stratfor, Iran has gone on the offensive, laying the ground for a possible war neither side really wants. Two brazen attacks near the Strait of Hormuz within a single month suggest that Iran will accept the cost of a military conflict with the United States. As the White House weighs its response, the United States could first try to resemble a coalition of naval escorts in the name of defending the freedom of navigation. The White House calculated that taking the fast and furious approach to sanctions against Iran would be more likely to force a weakened and chastened Tehran to come running back to the negotiating table. But President Trump has fundamentally misread the leadership in Iran. Stratfor, the overwhelming confidence that Iran is displaying both in rhetoric and action is astounding. Look, it's not clear to me if they did it, but then E.G. Malrai, let him pay the price now. If Iran can't export its crude oil, it means the country must be ready for war. The tension in the Gulf was generated when Trump decided to pull out of the nuclear deal. Let him pay the price now. If Iran cannot export its crude oil, it means the country must be ready for war. Observer, Tehran has held firm in its tussles with Trump. Its gamble is that Trump doesn't know who he's dealing with or whose rules he's playing by. Khamenei rejected the message in any dialogue with the US president and told his guest, that's Shinzo Abe, that he considers Trump unworthy to exchange a message with. Trump is betting on maintaining the status quo. This doesn't suit Iran because its economy will suffer dearly. Binding the deep economic wound and holding on until Trump ends his first mandate is playing into Trump's hands. And this is not going to happen. The tension in the Gulf was generated when Trump decided to pull out of the JCPOA. Let him pay the price now. And as I said, if they seriously interdict the Strait of Hormuz, insurance rates are up already 20 times, but no number of Trump tweets will dampen the price. And they can close it even after an asymmetric fashion, which seems to be their strategy. 1/3 of all oil traded by sea, amounting to 20% worldwide, passes through that strait. Trump has been a big proponent of coercive financial and sanction warfare. We know that. And this level of financial coercive sanction warfare is simply unprecedented. And then finally, final point in political reflections, have a listen to Professor Felipe Armesto Fernandez, who is really a tremendous thinker. He said, there's never been nationhood without falsehood.